Did you know that liars often expose themselves not with their answers, but with the very questions they ask? Stick with me, because there you're going to find that liars almost always ask. And more importantly, how ancient Stoic wisdom can help you see right through them. This isn't just about catching a lie. It's about reclaiming your peace of mind from manipulation. Most people think liars are caught by slip-ups in their stories, but the real giveaway is often in their desperate attempts to control the conversation. They use questions not to seek information, but to deflect, intimidate, and confuse. I once saw a business partnership crumble not because of a lie, but because one partner, when questioned about a missing fund, immediately asked, "Who have you been talking to?" He wasn't trying to understand the situation. He was trying to find and silence the source of the truth. That's a classic sign. As the Stoics would say, truth fears no examination, but lies always hide behind a shield of doubt. The moment someone tries to make you doubt your own senses or sanity, you know something is wrong. So, let's break down these 5 manipulative questions, counting down from 5 to 1, to help you spot them in your own life. Coming in at number 5 is the classic victim card. Do you really think I'd do that? This question isn't a genuine inquiry. It's emotional bait. They're trying to make you feel guilty for even suspecting them. They want you to back down out of pity or a desire to avoid conflict. A person confident in their innocence might be surprised or hurt, but they'll typically follow up with, "What happened?" Let's figure this out. A liar, however, stays on the offensive, focusing on how wronged they are by your suspicion. The Stoic philosopher Seneca taught that we should not be swayed by theatrical displays of emotion. When someone throws this question at you, recognize it for what it is, a performance. Don't take the bait. Stay focused on the facts, not on their manufactured outrage. Your goal isn't to hurt their feelings. It's to find the truth. Next, at number 4, we have the blame flipper. Why would you even doubt me? Or its close cousin, what's wrong with you for thinking that? Notice the pattern. They immediately shift the focus from their actions to your character. Suddenly, you are the one on trial. You're being accused of being paranoid, untrusting, or even crazy. This is a powerful psychological trick because it forces you onto the defensive. You start justifying your suspicions instead of investigating them. The Stoic response here is tranquility. Don't get flustered. Don't feel the need to defend your right to ask questions. Calmly hold your ground. You can simply say, "My trust isn't the issue here. I'm just trying to understand the facts." By refusing to get entangled in their blame game, you keep the spotlight exactly where it belongs, on their story. A truthful person will welcome the chance to clarify. A liar will only escalate their attacks on you. Now, for number 3, a question that reveals a guilty mind in action. Who told you that? This is one of the most revealing questions a liar can ask. A person with nothing to hide might ask, "Where did you hear that?" Because they're curious about the misinformation. But who told you that? Has a more sinister undertone. It's not about correcting a falsehood. It's about identifying and neutralizing a threat. They are trying to find the source of the leak so they can plug it, intimidate the person who spoke up, or create a counter-narrative to discredit them. This question reveals that they see the situation as a battle of information control, not a mutual search for truth. It's pure manipulation, an attempt to isolate you and make you feel like you're part of a conspiracy against them. Remember, your source is irrelevant to the truth of the matter. Don't let them distract you by turning it into a witch hunt. Often delivered with a challenging tone, would you actually call me a liar to my face? This is a power play, plain and simple. It's designed to make you uncomfortable, to make you feel small and aggressive for daring to question them. They banking on the fact that most people are conflict-averse and will back down when directly challenged like this. They're raising the stakes, turning a simple inquiry into a personal confrontation. The Greek poet Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively about maintaining inner peace in the face of aggression. He reminds us that our calmness is our greatest strength. When someone uses this verbal threat, don't match their energy. You don't have to answer yes or no. You can calmly respond, I'm not calling you anything. I'm trying to reconcile what you're saying with the information I have. This diffuses their aggression and returns the conversation to a rational place, a place where lies struggle to survive. And finally, we arrive at the number one most manipulative question, the ultimate trap. Don't you trust me? This one is the most insidious because it weaponizes the very foundation of your relationship against you. It implies that your trust should be unconditional and that by questioning them, you are fundamentally breaking that trust. But here's the Stoic truth. Trust is not a blind belief. It is an earned confidence based on consistent, truthful actions. Real trust doesn't need to be demanded. It is demonstrated. When someone has to ask you to trust them, especially in a moment of doubt, it's often because their actions have failed to earn it. Answering yes feels like a lie to yourself, and answering no feels like a declaration of war. So, don't answer their question at all. Instead, state your position calmly. Trust is important to me, which is why I need to understand this situation clearly. This communicates that your standards for trust are high, as they should be, and that clarity is the path to restoring it, not blind faith. So, to recap, the 5 questions are: do you really think I do that? Why would you even doubt me? Who told you that? Would you call me a liar to my face? And, the deadliest of all, don't you trust me? The Stoics understood a fundamental principle that applies perfectly here. Truth is simple and stands on its own. It doesn't need to shout, to deflect, or to intimidate. Lies, on the other hand, are fragile. They require a constant defense system of manipulation and emotional tricks. The louder and more desperate the question someone asks, the weaker their story likely is. The next time you hear these questions, don't respond with fear, guilt, or anger. Answer with the quiet confidence and serenity of someone who is simply seeking the truth. Let their questions wash over you like waves against a rock, leaving your resolve untouched. Your peace is your power, but here's the real twist. Spotting the questions is only half the battle. There are also 5 brilliant responses that can leave a liar completely speechless and reveal the truth without a fight. That, my friends, is a story for another video. Thank you so much for watching. If this gave you a new perspective, hit that like button and subscribe for more wisdom to navigate the modern world. See you next time.